Hi everyone, it's Noelle Co-Star here with Knowellness, and it's that time of the month again. It is the full moon, and I know that we are living in seriously crazy times, and everybody is feeling so much. I mean, we have several planets in retrograde. Venus has been in retrograde now for almost a month. And in case you don't know, Venus has everything to do with our heart and our emotions. And so much stuff is coming up for healing. I mean, look at what is happening on the planet. So tonight we're going to do a little bit of a different reading than I usually do for this. I'm going to do two oracle decks and one read from my tarot cards. So this month we're going to do a little 3-card spread that asks 3 questions. What are we letting go of? What do we need to let go of right now in our lives? And the full moon is the perfect time to let go of these things. What do we want to create? What should we focus our energy on to create for this planet? And what are we learning in this moon cycle over the next 4 weeks till we get to the next full moon? Now, I always cut cards with my left hand. I cut cards with my left hand because that is the hand that is connected to the right side of the brain. That is the side that's connected to spirit, that's connected to your higher guidance. That's why I do that. Okay, so this is what should we let go? What are we letting go of? We're letting go of climbing the ladder. We're letting go of doing a tremendous amount of work, focusing on the dollar bill. So many things are coming crumbling down when it comes to our way that we navigate life in our finances and in our work. So this is very powerful. Not only this, but we're having a lot of spiritual growth. So 2 things are happening simultaneously, and to have all this spiritual growth, there has to be this wiping away, this allowing everything to come to a head. And we haven't seen the end of it. We haven't seen the end of it. Okay, so the new moon, by the new moon, this is 2 weeks from now, the star card. This is what our higher intelligence, our divine creator would love for us to focus our energy on. What do we want to see here? What is inside of your heart? What is the dream inside of your heart? Okay? This time has given us all this time to be at home, dealing with ourselves, and then having these radical shifts. And now more than any other time, when people are so panicked and fearful, but at the same time hopeful, but at the same time scared, there's mixed emotions pulling you 10,000 ways. I'm sure you guys are arguing with people. You know, we're having a lot of not getting along. We're having a lot of tons of difference of opinions, and it's coming to a head. It's going to keep coming to this head. So what can you do? Well, you can focus on you. You can focus on your star power as I be, the star in you. That's what you can focus on. You can think about what it is that you would like to see next happen. That is taking action. Arguing and fussing and fighting and allowing yourself to get into a state of negativity, sadness, especially for a lot of you empaths and healers out there, you know, actors, creative types, artists, the more you allow yourself to tap in to the feeling that is happening on the planet, the sadness, the rage. And I'm not saying that the rage doesn't have a right to be there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the more you tap into that, the more it will take you to a lower vibrational state, and it's much more difficult to hear higher guidance from there. Does that make sense? So focus on what you would like to create. Think about, what is the new world? How would you like to see things be different? Don't look back. Don't talk about the way the world was in January. Okay? That's past. We're creating a new world every second. The babies that come in, they come here ready. We have to be the ones that start accepting the new world with our minds, with our hearts. And lastly, what are we meant to learn in this next moon cycle? The Four of Cups. Well, we're meant to learn a few things here. Number one, there's opportunity. See here? You see this hand coming right out of the sky? That's opportunity. Divine opportunity coming to you. But you see this guy sitting here kind of almost looking like pouting. You know, that can be you. That can be all of us at times. Being so worried and focused on what we had, the way things were, the way our life worked differently than now, that we're missing opportunity that's coming right out of thin air for us. So keep your powerful self on alert. You know, over this next month, there's going to be fresh opportunity for you that wasn't there before. There'll be new ways of doing things and seeing things that weren't there before. And if you're in the right state of mind, you can move forward and capitalize on these things. You can create new things in your mind. The other most important message and lesson about this card is that meditation. This is not a joke. I know that this is a word that's thrown around all over the place, but coming back and finding your inner peace is so important. And I will just tell you, I'm an alternative healer, and one of the things that I do is energy healing, and right now we need that on the planet. So if you know an energy healer and you have been wanting to try something like that out, I can't tell you, I've been interviewing my clients for the last month, and you know what they have to say is that this is a great thing for anxiety, for depression, for helping them to feel in a high state that they can create and do anything in their life. So meditation is where it all begins. Find somebody to help you learn to center, learn to connect to your breath. Look for some online courses potentially. Over the next 3 months, this is something really good. You can go to the Yoga Writer on YouTube. She actually has a lot of breathwork and meditation stuff on there that's recent for these exact times. So check that out. Okay, over the next month, who would we like to see? I don't know, but who is the most important keeper of the light that we need to call and connect with and keep around us for our highest good? Babaji. Babaji. So this is a big deal because our consciousness is really expanding right now. And Babaji was somebody that had the ability to shapeshift and teleport. And so this is ourselves moving into a next phase of consciousness where we start understanding that telepathy exists, where we start knowing how everything is connected. And that's happening right now. That's happening right now because of a virus where everything became connected, and now a killing where it's not just everything became connected, because this has been going on for a long time, but we are recognizing that we don't want and need to be policed at the level that we are, that there's military authority in all of our countries that, potentially are doing destructive things to communities. And I don't want to say this in a derogatory way, because I am not making any attacks on anybody. I believe that everybody is here for a purpose, and that everybody is following their life's desires and paths. And some people make good choices, and some people make not good choices at times. And that's for it to play out and for us to all learn. But the world has been calling for these powerful things to ignite. The world has been calling for this change. And so here is Babaji. Call on him over this next month. In fact, if you read Autobiography of a Yogi, they talk a lot about Babaji. He talks a lot about Babaji in there. So, but you can also Google him and see if you can invite his presence into your life so that you can understand how your consciousness is expanding right now. Okay? So the last card that I wanted to draw tonight is the Indigo cards. And I picked this deck tonight because this deck has a strong connection to this change that's happening on the planet, this time that we came, the people right now that are in my age bracket, 40s, late 30s, that we came to be born for. We came to do and change and create things in this very time. So how can we and what should we be focused on? What is the most important message that we need during this time? Man, this card keeps coming up. And this card says you are understood. And this is such an important message, because a lot of time we spend thinking that nobody knows what's going on inside of our mind or our heart or our life or in our family. That nobody has the same plight as us, or that we've made all mistakes and nobody else has. But I'm here to tell you that's just simply not true. Your angels and your guides and God has been with you every second, every moment that you have been alive on this planet. And it's all okay. And I love you, and God loves you. So have an amazing month. Be careful out there, and think about how you can use your energy, harness your feelings for good.